Thanks in advance to the Mayor, the CEO, councillors and council officers for your openness to listen. All language is interpretative. What is perceived as safe and unsafe will change depending on values, ideology and interests. Therefore, there is no objective truth when it comes to terms like safe or unsafe. The only way to achieve fair laws, therefore, is to honour the culture or the cultures of this shire the laws are intended for. We already have strict laws concerning campfires, for example. The proposed local laws, if adopted in their current form, states a person must not, in a municipal place or public place, light a fire unless it is in a barbecue. If adopted, this effectively prohibits campfires and contradicts state laws and federal laws that allow campfires in open air outside of total fire ban days. More importantly, this particular law attacks both Indigenous and non-Indigenous cultural practices. Another example is salvaging, or what is pejoratively called scavenging in the proposed local laws draft. When contacted about salvaging at the transfer stations, WorkSafe Victoria reported that if you can negotiate with the council to have a safety procedure put in place, then they may determine that it can be done safely and decide to reinstate the process. There are no state laws against salvaging or scavenging in Victoria. Otherwise, the WorkSafe officer would not have suggested this. He is saying that these things can be negotiated, therefore they can be interpreted. From my interpretation, I find that many of the proposed local laws in their current state contravene the Victorian Human Rights Clause on cultural rights. All persons in 19.1, I quote, with a particular cultural background must not be denied the right to enjoy his or her culture, and I assume those who identify other. Campfires are big in my personal cultural realm and my household and my close community. As is community fire garden with neighbours and goats, as is provisioning wild food and firewood, as is gathering in groups to celebrate the seasons and the harvests, as is living and teaching the skills of low carbon economy. My submission raises many points about how the local culture and traditions in Hepburn Shire will be negated if these laws are to be adopted in their current form, and how they will inhibit those of us preparing for climate change. Thank you.